Laker fans, how we doing? My name is Sammy Long here. Tonight we're getting into a Lakers Grizzlies preview video for tomorrow night. I'm gonna get into three things. Talk a little bit about the game. I'm gonna talk about what's going on in the Western Conference around the league. Some things happened tonight. A lot of things to look forward to tomorrow, not just the Laker game. And then I'm also gonna talk about how I think the last two Laker games not going the Lakers' way is put a lot of extra pressure on Anthony Davis and LeBron if the Lakers have a very short postseason run. So I'm gonna get into that a little bit later. But for right now, given the Memphis game, it was tough finding things to talk about for this game. I mean, the Grizzlies do not want to win this game. They are basically not playing anyone that will get significant minutes next year. They're playing guys. I mean, this is the lineup: Scottie Pippen Jr., Jake LaRavia, Lamar Stevens, Trey Jemison, Gigi Jackson, Jack White, Timmy Allen, Xavier Simpson. I'm a diehard NBA fan, and some of these guys, I was like, who is that? I mean, they don't want to win the game, and why would you? You know, they're not making the playoffs. They want a high draft pick. They want to increase their lottery chances. And this is a team in Memphis that really could be pretty good next year. You have the return of Ja, Desmond Bane's still on the team. You know, you add a big time rookie to that. I mean, the Lakers played them in the playoffs last year. They've been a kind of a perennial contender the last couple of years, but obviously injuries and things like that kind of derailed this season. But for tomorrow's game, they're not playing anybody. There's not much to get into here besides the Lakers should blow them out. If the Lakers don't blow them out, that's going to be a problem. I think that's the real thing of the game. You know, obviously with Sunday being a crucial matchup against the Pelicans, and then next week the playoffs starting, you know, being able to get guys rest in early in this game is crucial because Sunday they're going to need to bring it, and they're going to turn around and maybe have to win two games in the play-ins and then go play Denver. So all the rest that they can get, they're going to need, and hopefully this game is over early and there's nothing really to talk about in the post game. But still tune in. Going to the Western Conference standings update. So tonight, the Trailblazers almost did us a favor. They almost beat the Warriors, but then they remembered that they were the Portland Trailblazers and completely blew it in the final 7 minutes. I tuned in the game with 7 minutes to go, and then they didn't score for 4 minutes, so maybe it's my fault. I don't know. But then against the Portland Trailblazers, so who knows. But Pelicans, big showing tonight against the Kings, blew them out. So now, you know, tomorrow, obviously, we need the Lakers to win. We want the Pelicans to beat the Warriors. The Pelicans are you know, the Lakers aren't catching them. I believe they're the lowest they can be is the 7th, something like that now. It's all very confusing, the who can be what. It's nice to get some clarity as these games kind of come out. But we need the Pelicans to beat the Warriors. We need the Warriors to lose one of the next two games. We need the Lakers to win the next two games. So then the Lakers are a game ahead, and they don't have to worry about going to Golden State. If they're going to be in the 9-10 game, at least get to play one in LA, where the crowd's going to be rocking. You're going to be favored in that game. Don't make yourself go to, you know, the Bay Area and then you got to go on the road again. I mean, that's a lot to ask. The Lakers might have to do it. And if they do, then you know what? The Lakers need to do it. You know, that is really as simple as that. But we do want the Pelicans to beat the Warriors tomorrow night. We want the Suns to beat the Kings. If those two things happen, the Lakers sitting really pretty tomorrow night. And those are two things that very well could happen. The Pelicans look great. Pelicans, a lot of people left them for dead, including myself a little bit. You know, Brandon Ingram was hurt. Zion had a little knee injury flare up. Didn't know if it was going to be kind of an ongoing thing, but Zion came back. Looked last couple games looked phenomenal. Beat Phoenix last week, and now they beat the Kings. So, you know, they look like a pretty good team, and so they definitely can beat the Warriors. The Warriors are very up and down. They're a very inconsistent team. Yes, they're extremely dangerous in a one-game scenario. And I know that they've won 3 of the 4 matchups this year, but AD didn't play in 2 of those. So when the Lakers are fully healthy, I think the Lakers beat the Warriors. I think the Lakers can beat almost anyone in the conference outside of maybe Denver. But, you know, with the plan, it's like a March Madness thing. You don't know. It's one game, a guy gets in foul trouble, a guy gets hurt, a guy has a great – I mean, look at the Warriors. They made, 26 threes the other night? I mean, you know – you can't make up for that. So if a team has that kind of shooting that night, that's the problem. It's the problem being the plan is you gotta kind of deal with that, where the other teams who have already secured their spot don't. But we want those things to happen. The unfortunate part is the Warriors and Kings get easy games on Sunday. The Warriors play the Jazz, and the Kings play the Trailblazers. So, yes, could those teams beat them? Of course. The NBA, anything can happen on any given night, but those teams don't really want to win because, again, they want draft picks. But who knows? So tomorrow night's a really big. I think we're really gonna know tomorrow where the Lakers are gonna be, because if the Lakers win and the Pelicans win and the Suns win, then the Lakers sitting good and could really maybe get that 8 spot. But we need those things to kind of break the Lakers' way. The Suns also team to keep an eye on. Play the Timberwolves on Sunday. If the Kings were to win tomorrow, then we'd be pulling really hard for the Timberwolves on Sunday, because the Lakers do have a tiebreaker against Phoenix. So if the Lakers win tomorrow and Sunday and the Suns lose their next 2 games, they will we'll jump them. But then the problem is the Timberwolves can't be the 1 seed anymore. So they might be playing for 2-3 seeding, but there's not much to play for because they lost to Denver last night. So they might be resting guys as well. So really want the Suns to win tomorrow night. Want to have the Kings fall back. I wouldn't really count on the Suns losing 2 games because the Timberwolves maybe not playing as hard and resting some of their guys on Sunday. My third point, extra pressure on AD and LeBron. You can't control being sick, so I'm not going to sit here and, kill them for not playing and things like that, because, the Lakers have shown that when they're healthy, they're a very scary team. They really can beat anybody. They have beaten, great teams this year. Milwaukee, Dallas, the Clippers. I mean, just count Boston without LeBron and Anthony Davis. So it's not really about where the Lakers can win. It's that Saturday's postgame show was like, man, the Lakers are on a roll. I mean, the Lakers, after that postgame, I thought they were going to get to the 6, maybe even the 5. I mean, it was the Lakers was on a roll. Other teams were losing. And then the last 2 games, obviously, Tuesday was just an abomination. LeBron was still sick. He played. Anthony Davis didn't play. And Sunday, LeBron didn't play, and Anthony Davis got hurt early in the game. So it sucks. It's now the Lakers are probably going to be in the 9-10 game. They could be in the 8 game. We really got to see what happens tomorrow night. But we do need some things to break the Lakers' way. But this is what the Lakers got. They didn't do enough work early in the year to get themselves in a position where they don't have to worry about stuff like this. So go show why when you're healthy, you're one of the best teams in basketball. With the last 2 losses, it's really frustrating for Laker fans because it's ruining the seeding, and you're like, oh, now Denver's the 1 seed. If you're in the 9-10 game, you win 2 games, you're gonna have to go play Denver. It's just frustrating. But the Lakers have shown that when they are healthy, they are lethal. And looking for a Jared Vanderbilt update soon. Darvin Ham, they're still kind of iffy on it, but hopefully he can come back next week. Gabe Vincent, getting his sea legs under him. But when the Lakers go back to the win streak, was it 10-12, 9-11, something like that? Everyone's healthy. Obviously LeBron and Anthony Davis, Gabe Vincent and Vanderbilt were kind of coming back, and Vanderbilt hasn't come back yet. But what I'm saying is the stars were all there. They were destroying everyone. So, that team is still there. It's just frustrating that the last 2 games, the Lakers lost, and you really feel like they could have gone 2-0 and certainly gone 1-1 in one of those games, and you'd be sitting in a really different spot, especially if you had beaten the Warriors, because you wouldn't even be worried about them right now, because it would have been 2-2 and they wouldn't have had a tiebreaker over you. Right now, you're counting on the Pelicans, you're counting on other teams' help. But the good news is, take that back a second. I think that if the Lakers have an early exit next week, AD and LeBron are going to get a lot of criticism, and they brought it on themselves. And again, you can't control being sick, but to be this late in the game and to be on that much of a tear, and then it just to halt because your 2 best players are out. If the Lakers go into playing games, then hey, it doesn't matter, because the Lakers they got to where they need to be in the play-in, at least where they got a shot. But if the Lakers get bounced, if the Warriors have an amazing shooting night, or they have to go to Sacramento, or they got to go to Phoenix and they lose, and there's going to be a lot of criticism of this team about how they didn't live up to expectations. And even though the roster is really deep, and I think that's what hurts more, is when a roster has the talent to do a lot of great things, and they don't get there. Everyone's been fans of teams, or There's been years where it's like, yeah, they get in and they're not really doing anything. Maybe they could win a series if a guy gets hurt, but they're not doing. The Lakers could legitimately cause teams legit problems in the Western Conference. If I think their NBA title odds would be way bigger if they were in the 6 or 5 spot where they were assured of a 7-game series. So, just get in the dance and see what happens. You're going to have to play Denver, which obviously the odds are going to be stacked against you, but you just don't know. It's why it's basketball. It's an amazing sport. A guy gets hurt. A couple shots break your way at the end of the games. Look at the Nuggets last year. They had how many things go their way in those games? The Jokic almost half-court shot. LeBron missing 2 threes at the end of game 1. Michael Porter and Bruce Brown have an unreal game. So, who knows? Just get in the dance. Hopefully the Lakers tomorrow can get some help, get a victory, get all their guys rested for Sunday because Brandon Ingram's probably coming back Sunday, which, of course, plays old team. So hopefully the Lakers can contain him. But and hopefully, fingers crossed, Lakers can get to that 8 spot and maybe a chance to play Minnesota and only have to play one playing game. So thank you guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Please check in for the post-game show tomorrow night. Al will be on that. I'll be in the comments in the background. And I appreciate you guys. Go Lakers.